Page where like they are long, but they are not so like lengthy enough to like make sense of them. So like they're just bouncing in the middle, yeah. Gravity is working on them, but it's not so long to show effect. There's this very long one at the back, like this one. This dark strand of my hair that is always showing up and showing out, but it's just this one. Can be in the front, can go to the back. So today you are spending today with me at the shop. Last time we met on live stream, I was talking about this book here. Guess what? I haven't completed the book. But I trust myself. I feel like it's not a matter of my speed. I think it's more my circumstances. Like I'm working here, and once daylight goes out, like once nighttime comes, I can't read anymore because we don't have stable electricity, and I'm too busy preparing to sleep because I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. But anyways, I've made mad progress on this book. The book is not plenty. It's just 400 pages in page 6, 429 pages there. But the lettering is so, the pages are so short, and unlike Dean's usual works, the pages are like sparsely filled with words. It's not so clumped together. Like see one whole chapter, like see this chapter, see where the pages start, the writing start from. More than half the page has gone. And then the next page, see the formatting. The words are legible, they are big, they are not crowded together. They're not crowded together. So with ease. Also the stories begin to make a little bit more sense. The story begins to make a little bit more sense. Something about Dean's work is that you don't know where you are at any point in Dean's narration. Okay, there's something on my screen. At any point in Dean's narration, you don't really know where you are, okay? And sometimes the story goes well into like midpoint before you start to like get some sort of sense of the characters, but you don't really know what the plot is. No matter what the synopsis at the back tells you, you don't really know what is going on in this book. So anyways, the plot of this book is like a lady that is escaping from her scary life or whatever. She has started a new life with her dogs, and she's a rescue, protecting dogs kind of person. And then she saved this particular dog from a family, and saving the dog now brings a whole new set of issues into her life, in the sense that it's not direct issues yet, but in the sense that this dog eventually saves her life. It's kind of like, it's not kind of like, I feel like Good Boy, Good Boy now, that horror movie about a dog that saves his owner. Thank you so much, Pazzi. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe. um Good Boy, the premise of Good Boy here. This is kind of that premise here, but it is more hello romance, but it is more complicated in the sense that this dog, it feels like it's a dog that came back to life, yeah, and he came back to life to protect his previous owner, or her previous owner. I think it's a female dog, Nikki. Yeah, so but the thing is that when you come into this story, you are coming to the story thinking about the dog and the owner, Amy, and its owner, Amy, yeah. But you start to see this random character called Moon Girl. Hello, Muni, Munawa, Sultana. Hi, welcome to the chat. Please subscribe, support my channel. I want to grow. So you come into this story thinking maybe you're going to see shenanigans between a dog and their owner or something. No, you now meet this character named Moon Girl, and then you meet this other character named Piggy, and then you meet this other character named Elias Rosewater. So like, what is going on here? You have no idea. You are lost, and it's intentional. That's the way his books are. This particular author, Jean, and I've read like the second book of his I was trying to read was I've forgotten the name, but it was kind of scary to me, so I refused to complete the book. It's still there in my cupboard. I refuse to read it. It's so scary. But like most of his characters have a mysterious character that is like, most of his works have this character that is kind of like a seer that sees mystical things, and it doesn't make sense to them. It doesn't make sense to the characters and the other characters in the book. So like it's only when the plot gets towards its end that you now like start to make sense of what's going on. But I don't think you can fully make sense of Dean's works until you reach the end of the story. That's just the fact, yeah. But anyways, I've gotten to part two. I started this book like 2 days ago. I didn't expect to finish. I started part two already. So yeah, another thing, like the title of this live stream is like you spend today with me at the shop. So I'm talking about books right now because I don't have a customer on hand. If there's a customer on hand, I have to go and answer the customer. So you see all of that. Like if you can see in the background, you see goods that I sell. I sell all this like home goods, like what home, like groceries there, non-perishable goods, especially goods that can last a pretty long while in the shop in one place, but they are non-perishable. So that's how I support myself these days. I'm selling something in my shop, so you would see customers come along, and I have to answer them, and it won't be inside the shop. Some things are inside the another side of the shop or something. So I'll go and bring goods from there to answer my customers and all of that. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll still be reading this book. Hello, good afternoon. How much? Half bags 300. Okay, I'm coming. So thank you, Pazzi. Thank you. So I just sold half bag of pure water for 200 naira. This sorry for 300 naira, but this is 500 naira. Yeah. So this is our currency in Nigeria. So I'm keeping the money for, and in a bag there are 20 sachets of water. So half of the bag is worth like 300. So a full bag is 600. But it's because the water is cold, because electricity is so rare in our country. So if you want to buy somebody's cold pure water, it will be, you have to consider the cost of fuel, so it's extra price. But the bag of pure water that is not cold, you sell it for 500. That's this amount here you get. Anyways, that's how I'll be getting customers. I hope I make a lot of sales today, because I'm not even thinking about profit anymore, because like I'm just using most of my sales to survive. I'm not thinking of profit right now. Like it's so bad. No, it's so good. Let's see. Yeah, it's Nigerian currency. See, this is one of our the prime minister. Yeah, one of our the first. I think it's not the first prime minister, but it's one of our earliest presidents in our country after independence from the British colonial whatever. This man, Nnamdi Azikiwe, can see his name, Dr. Nnamdi, written there, sha. So, and he was alive from 1904 to 1996. Wow, he was still alive when I was born. I never knew. Oh, 1996. Wow. Anyways, yeah. Right, right. Cool, yeah. Cool, very cool. So I'm keeping pure water money separate. I'm keeping goods for like other goods in the house separate because the price of water has gone so up. Like pure water is sold now. It has gone so high. So I can't like mix the money anymore. Else, like I might be entering into a loss every time I want to buy a new one. So I'm keeping the money separately. So by the time I make back the money I spent on buying it, yeah, I will now buy a new set. I used to buy a set of 30 bags, yeah, and 30 bags is what, 12,000 naira, which is not what it was last month, or even the beginning of this month, it was 10,500 naira. But because of our fuel problems, like the price of fuel is like astronomically high, and there's no electricity, so the cost of making those bags of fuel has gone up, production has gone up, production cost has gone up, so that's why everybody's going to feel it. You get. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is how to make sales today. So what was I talking about? I was talking about this book, yeah. When Good Boy came out here and everybody was praising it, I was like, I can't watch a movie where a dog suffers because hello Lucky, hi, welcome to the chat. Subscribe. Everybody subscribe. um what was I talking about? I can't watch Good Boy because I don't want to see a dog. I didn't realize it until my brother got his own set of dogs here, and I started playing with them and interacting with them. I was like, wait, though, do dogs have the same like expression? Thank you, Lucky. Thank you so much. Do dogs have the same expression in their eyes? Has anybody noticed it? Like dogs have one look. Like if you have a dog and you're interacting with the dog and you like, you know, keeping up with the emotions of your puppy or your dog or whatever, and then you see another dog somewhere on videos, like do you notice that they have the same like expression in their eyes? I don't know how to explain it. And when I see those expressions, it used to just like it's like an arrow goes through my chest, like ah. I don't want you to be sad. Like every time I see dogs, like I used to just feel for them. Like I don't want you to be sad because they have these eyes, and to me it feels like they are like on the verge of tears. They might be so happy, but I just to feel like I don't want you to be sad, you know. So that's why I can't watch movies with dogs that go through pain or something. Like I can't. I just cannot, you know. But this story is actually interesting, yeah, because I'm more of a reader, more than a movie kind of person. I'm more of a reader, so I feel like I can. Oh, thank you, Paz, for subbing. Oh my God, thank you for subbing, Paz. I hope you have fun with me on my channel and we grow together. I hope I celebrate my Breaking into Creators program with you guys. So anyways, should I read the synopsis of the story for you? Let me read the synopsis of the story so you like have an idea. So I'll not tell you how it's very, very like deeper than what the synopsis tells you, which I like. Okay. Um Amy, you owe me what? What do you owe me? Amy Redwing has devoted her life to rescuing dogs, but the unique bond she shares with oh okay. But the unique bond she shares with Nikki, a golden retriever she saved in the most dangerous encounter of her life, is deeper than any she has ever known. In one night, their loyalty will be put to the test, and each will prove to the other how far they will go. Hello, Nikki. Welcome to the chat. How far they will go when the stakes turn deadly serious. Wow. Isn't that like suspenseful? You think maybe something. Yeah, I understand. I understand. No problem. You don't owe me anything. Bye, Nikki. So like, you think it's just about okay, a woman and her dog, and then something happens, and then you now see the whole thing that happens. No, that is not how this author's work is. This man has put me through things. Dean, he has his own golden retriever, and I think I'm from Nigeria. I think this. I know this story is based on his golden retriever because Yes. He's not here. Is it? Go to the back. How's my neighbors? How's my neighbor? Um, the story here is dedicated to. Let me read the dedication. She says the dedication is, oh, from Nevada. Nice to meet you. I've never had somebody from Nevada on my channel before. My stream before. Subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. So you'll be spending today with me at the shop. We'll be reading our books and we'll be attending to customers today. And I hope I make a lot of sales today. So in his education, yeah. Thank you, Alex. In his education, he says to Gerda, who will one day be greeted jubi. Stop! I'm trying to read something. Wait. Together, who will one day be greeted jubilantly in the next life by the golden daughter whom she loved so well and with such selfless tenderness in this world. So I think Gerda is his wife or his daughter, I think. And I think the golden retriever that they had has passed away. I think it's from old age. But anyways, dedicating it to somebody, and that's dog that they put, loved or cared for, and all of that. So, and like most of his pictures, he usually takes his author pictures with dogs. I actually subscribed, Samarita. Oh my god. Thank you so much for being here again. If you are already subscribed, since you already subscribed. So in this story, I'm already in part 2. Okay. And by the end of part 1, we've met some kind of strange characters. Okay. So Amy, the main character herself, she's strange because she's hiding like a secret. She has another life. And then there are some private investigators that come to her house to go through her things and find some things from her past life, yeah. And so they take those things to a man called Elliot Rosewater. And Elliot Rosewater seems like a very rich man. But the two investigators here, they just went to do their job, yeah. So as both of them come down and the man says, Elliot says, okay, so do you have, did you check her house and did you do this thing and do this thing? But before the investigators get to this Elliot guy, they are like talking to each other about the job. And the main guy on the job is like, this Elliot already told me to check out Amy's boyfriend 8 months ago. And I searched through Amy's boyfriend's, house, and I gave him information on Amy's boyfriend. Now, 8 months later, he wants me to check on Amy. How much? How much? Okay. Any other thing? I'm coming. You have change. Is that 100 naira? Okay. So, just so pure again. Sales are coming in. This is 100 naira. So 100 naira has our first premier in Nigeria, Obafemi Awolowo, and this is him. Can you see him? This is an old note, but this is 100 naira. So 100 naira is 3 sachets of pure water. Yeah. So how much? Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming inside. You're coming inside. Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, water. How much? I'll come back. Code one. Code on back 600. Nigerian money, my dear. Let me show you another one. Somebody just bought 100 naira pure water here. So this is 50 naira. 50 plus 50, 100 naira. So sometimes they'll give us 50 naira. On 50 naira notes, we don't have one person. We have a representative of the major tribes of Nigeria. We have 250 ethnic groups, but there are three major tribes. We have Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. So the name of this money is actually Wazobia. When I was a child, they used to call it Wazobia. They don't call it Wazobia anymore. Wa, Yoruba, Zo, Hausa, Bia, Igbo. So this is the Igbo man here. This is the Hausa man here. This is the Yoruba man here. So it's to represent the unity of our country. 50 naira plus 50 naira, 100 naira. Obafemi Awolowo. So interesting things about Nigeria. Eh? It's just at my side. It's paining me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I usually don't sell one cold bag of filter because I use it to cool my fridge. Oh yeah. It's good, it's good. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking. You want to go? You can go now. You can go, don't worry. I enjoy my time with you. Thank you for spending time with me. Like, thank you for expressing interest in my stuff. And I hope to see you in another video, another live stream again. Thank you so much, Paz. I didn't ask you where you're from. Where are you from, Paz? Before you go, tell me. What country are you from? Say my name, you know who I am. So hot, hot damn. Girl Central, hallelujah. Oh, Girl Central, America. That's cool. Anyways, can talk a lot more when you come again on another live stream. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm in part 2 now. Thank you for being here. So what was I was talking about the story here. So Elliot gets the information from the private detectives, and before one of them can even react, any of them can react, one of them's head is blown off. I mean, a sniper takes off the second one from a distance away, and the second one sees it, brings out his gun and starts running away from Elliot. And he's running into but the thing about their meeting place is that they are in a desert, so there's no real hiding place. You can't duck into any building here. You just have to keep running to the empty desert. Obviously, he was not going to make it here. He didn't have a chance, and then he was shot down. So that's the end of that angle. Okay, wild. How did Amy rescue Nikki? Somebody called her, a woman called her and told her that she should come and rescue the dog, that husband wants to kill the dog. And Amy got in a car with her boyfriend Brian, the one that was being investigated by the Elliot. So two of them started speed running to this woman's house. When they got to the house, they saw the woman and her children, a boy and a girl. They were both in a very bad state. So the man had finished beating them and was like facing the dog in the kitchen. That's Nikki. And he was facing the dog with a tire iron, yeah, and he wanted to harm the dog. And then Amy comes into the kitchen, like after talking to Janet, that's the wife, the woman that called her, and tries to comfort them and calm them down. She goes into the kitchen, like stalks into the kitchen. Brian is supposed to approach from the other side so that they will take this ugly husband by surprise, yeah. So she goes into the kitchen and she's facing the husband, and he's like, "Who the hell are you? What do you want?" And she's like, "I'm here for the dog." And he's like, "That's my dog. That's my property. You can't take her. This is that. This is that." Oh, you're back. Welcome. So I'm narrating the whole story of how Nikki and Amy met, yeah. So Amy is in the kitchen trying to negotiate with this terrorist of a husband, like with the tire iron, and he faces the tire iron to her, and she's like, "I'll pay you for this dog." He's like, "What? I'll pay you for this dog. How much do you want?" No, she gives him an amount. She says 1,500. Good afternoon, sir. Pepsi, yes, sir. Change. Let me show you another currency. The highest currency denomination in our country is 1,000 naira. There's heat too. I've started sweating. Um, what is here? I think this is Abuja, our capital. Something here. Oh, you like blue? Oh, you will enjoy 1,000 naira. Even blue was a recent development. It was actually brown, and I think in 2022 or 23 they changed the color of the notes into this color like blue. So who is on the notes? We have, I think it is two governors. They changed the color from brown to this color blue. Yeah, and it was a lot of problems to change, like to change the currency. In fact, they changed all of the currencies of our, no, the colors of all the currencies. Like that 500 naira showed you was not hello indigenous neb, welcome to the chat. Subscribe. They changed all the colors of our notes in 2024, I think, or 2023. It caused a lot of problems because they're like, we don't want to use the old one anymore. This is the new one, so everybody must adjust, and it was really hard. People suffered, some people died, some people entered into real debt. You know, it was hard. What else? I don't know. Check inside. Go to the back. You don't see him. Why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me about my marital status? This is a live stream. You're just here to have fun. Whether I'm married or not doesn't mean anything. So I'm not answering that question. Thank you. So I think these two men are ministers, like maybe the minister of the central bank at one time in our country, Alhaji Ali Umai Bonu. No. I think they are premiers. I really don't know this man. And Dr. Clement Isong. So two of them, um, just to make our notes more diverse, yeah. Not just Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Isong is from like the south of our country, yeah. Those ones, there are another set of tribes and ethnicities there. So they included him to like do inclusion and all of that. No problem, Nev. It's just something I do on my channel. I don't like to talk about things about like, are you married? Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense to me because at the end of the day, it's just a video. Like we're just here to like catch conversations, I guess. But anyways, currency, another one. Anyway, when somebody buys another thing, I'll show you another one. So what was I talking about? So Nikki is in front of Amy is in front of this, crazy drunk man, and he's like threatening her with the tire iron, and she's like, oh, I'll give you $1,500 for this. And he's like, what? She's like, $1,500 for this. He's like, he can't believe it. Yeah, he's like, who paid that amount of money for a dog? Oh, you want to trick me? So if you give me the money now, the check will now bounce. And he's like, no, I'll give you cash. And he's like, okay, I want, what did he say? He said, I want 3,000 or 2,000. She was like, done, but I can't go higher than 2,000, And he thought she was joking. She was like, I have cash here. I'll give you cash. Just give me the dog. Like, just let the dog come to me. And he's like, like, yes, no problem. I'll give you the cash is whatever. And she gives him the cash for the. I thought she was bluffing. No, she gives him the cash for the dog, and she leaves the dog out of the house with Brian, and they both like go to the car. But after driving away for a bit, yeah, she calls the police on the home, and so the police comes. No, she calls the police. She tells Janet to call the police. That's the drunk man's wife. To call the police to come and handle things, because after he settles down from the haze of getting so much money, he's going to attack her and her children again. So, anyways, she calls the police. They go back as witnesses and everything, and it's whatever, sha, So they are rescued that night. And next thing you know, we are introduced to this duo, Moon Girl and Haru. Haru calls her Moon Girl, but we don't really know her name. And the Haru talks about how like is talking about a goddess here, but it's like this sinister sort of worship that is kind of creepy. If you like, it's creepy. Immediately you spot the way he speaks about her, yeah? And they have a relationship where it's like she's the one in control, and she's the one like she's a dangerous person basically. And Harry talks about how he's scared that if when they're like together, she might stab him when he's sleeping, and there's nothing he will do about it because he likes her, he loves her, he worships her, and all of that. But it seems like she doesn't have any emotional connection to him until one night both of them leave the house and they just go driving through the countryside, and she's like, that is the house. And they come down from the car and they set this house on fire, basically committing arson together. And as fire is burning, they describe that to the reader. You see them seeing the occupants of the house, two old people, like a man and his wife, and they are screaming for help at the window. But both of them are looking on as this entire house burns until these two people stop screaming because they are dead. Like, it's so weird. Like, what is going on here? Who are these two people? And how are they relevant to this plot? Turns out, by the end of part one, you find out that the lady, her name is Vanessa, and she's a previous lover. She's an ex-lover to Brian, Amy's current boyfriend. And Vanessa had a child for Brian, and that child was born with Down syndrome. And the child, she calls the child Piggy, and that child is living in Harrow's basement because Harrow is housing Moon Girl, okay? And that child living in Harrow's basement, and Moon Girl feeds Vanessa. Sorry, Moon Girl, aka Vanessa, feeds the child and calls her Piggy, feeds her with sandwiches and a potato salad that both she and Harrow spit inside, and she's forcing the girl to eat it. Like what is going on here? What does this have to do with Amy? What does it have to do with Amy? Like, okay, you can say Moon Girl is connected to Moon Girl, aka Vanessa, is connected to Brian, that's connected to Amy. And it's like, but Brian has started having visions of Nikki's eyes, and how Nikki's eyes hold the secrets to some sort of world that is just beneath his conscious memory, but he cannot touch on. Hello, Clifford. Hi. Welcome from South Africa. This is Nigeria. Thank you for joining my live stream today. How is Soweto? Like, Nigerian musicians sing a lot about Soweto, especially Davido. I'm sure Davido enjoys South Africa a lot. Subscribe, everybody. Subscribe. Yeah, so like I'm confused. Like, I'm confused about this plot, but not really because I expect it from Dean. Dean is very kind of, he's very metaphysical, and it's not in a very kishy sense, It's not like he's trying to perpetuate some kind of myth, It's just as if he writes all of this kind of spiritual kind of stuff with all the levity of the most sober conversation. You get, like, he's so serious about it. All his descriptions, you don't see yourself getting carried away. And there are some forms of description the character uses to describe certain things around them, and you're like, what the hell? You are like immersed, like, oh my god, this is so serious. But you are so immersed and you're like, oh my god, this is so serious. Yeah, but it's also very confusing, yeah. And it's like, should I take this seriously, Like, am I, it to feel you. And also, at a point, with the way he writes his work, yeah, you feel a certain level of dread as well. He knows how to inspire dread in his readers, which is why I'll always pick his books. But sometimes I get tired because I'm like, I don't want to feel dread, and I don't want to be lost about this plot for the next how many days I'll be reading this book, yeah. But I just made a personal goal to finish this book on time because It's about a dog, and I'm like, let me just read the dog story and get it over with. I don't want it to stay too long in my collection of books here. So my side, this side hurts so bad. I think it's a chair I'm sitting on. Is there anything here for me? Oh. So I will be trying to get through this. Yeah, my this side hurts. I think it's because of the position I sit in when I'm at the shop, like in the shop. Yeah, like I think my posture is bad. Okay, I'm coming. I need to answer this call. Hello, I'm fine now. They push am now. Thank you. Season of what? Oh, so you guys are celebrating Easter, abi? That one, that one, Nigerians no dey feel that one. We don't do Eid Mubarak last week now. So yes, now last week was Eid Mubarak. Last week, we already even spoke about it. I told you that your Easter own will be like beginning of April or something like that, I guess, or end of March. No, before. That's when their own time came earlier than this. It depends on when they see the moon now. So when they notice the moon, sometimes the moon might come out early or later than usual. So now I go celebrate Easter like this, abi. Say you dey see wetin news dey talk, abi. Say you dey see wetin news dey talk for Nigeria. Nobody's joking now. The fuel price is going to nearly 1.5 per liter. There's no light anywhere. So everybody's has to use gen now. Fuel is on a. I'm like, I'm not old enough to have white hair, but I have white hair. I've had white hair since 2016. Yeah. So it's not a joke, oh, it's not a joke. I literally just on gen for like 1 hour, 30 minutes, because you know if you buy for a full keg anymore, we don't even have money for yourself. So just they push them. So and it's campaigning for next tenure. So I don't know. Everybody wants to go out and campaign. Me self, I will go out. I will go campaign. I will go Third Mainland Bridge. I will go fight government with them too. I go go. I know what I do for house. How they do it for house now? How they do it? What I do for house? Like it's not easy. So I say let us go. Let's know that something's happening. We go campaign. Staying at home and letting like the whole thing just be weighing on you every day. It's not different from violence now. It's the same thing. Same thing. I will just go morning, when evening they come I will come back. That's just the way. My car is okay now. I thought was they try manage. It's not here. I dey shop, it doesn't stay in the shop now. area they they let me not say it's not safe, but yeah, I don't know, at least we're locking our gates. That's what I would say, because I don't know the level of nonsense that is going on in this our area like this. Like, talk, we will just push am. What can we do? Things are not going well. That's what I will tell you. Things are not going well at all. What can we do? Things are not going well. I don't see. Oh, the news that they are doing about whatever. That one or something. All those ones is just PR. Doesn't mean anything. Those ones they're just doing it. Doesn't mean anything. How person go start that one now? Eh? I'm thinking of other things. Can't be thinking about all those ones now. The process is too laborious. And me, I'm always busy in the shop, so when will I have time to be planning all those? Oh, I don't see all those things. I've read it. The process is too tiring. Yeah, it's not my own now. Mm. Now you go answer am now. Come how? My name is Kingo. My name is not anymore. My name is King. So, you know they go anywhere. Oh, but talk. That is Nigeria for you. Oh, Nigeria for you. All right. It's not though. I dey shop now. Okay. Oh. Yes. Good mama. Which size? Which size? Small one. Eh? Only now good mama. Okay. It's small this thing that we have. It's small magic, small viva that we have. 200. How much good mama? I don't have good mama that size. How much be my magic? 200. 200 naira detergent. What is the 200 naira? Ahmadu Bello, another of our presidents, one of our old-time presidents. This is a northerner, an Hausa man, and he was very distinguished from what I know about him. Yeah, but yeah, this is 200 naira. The new 200 naira note is pink. How much? How was the old 200 naira like? They changed everything. All the colors of the money changed except 50 naira and 20 naira. Well, 20 naira is no longer in circulation self anymore. Um, yeah. So I'll keep on answering, like attending to customers, and I'll keep on reading my book. And if you have anything you want to share with me, you can just type it in the chat and we'll talk about it. Oh God. Hello? Huh? I don't know that one. No. Last time I was inside, it was inside bedroom, so I don't know if it's out yet. But I did shop. I don't know. Abi, as mommy called me. As mommy called me. They have not called me now, so you guys stay in my own corner. She's the one that is angry at me now. She's not the one that's angry at me. She's the one that's angry at me now. So I don't want to. I don't know now. The thing about it is like, the thing about it is like, after she said okay that I'm not, like the way our baby was not good and all of that, she now said she wants to do something with Shamako, and I left them to do the thing alone. Shamako wants to no come work out again. Shamako to come vex, and it's like, okay, where will I now start talking to from? Who will I talk to? Who will I talk to? You don't know that anybody is going to do anything now. It's until the last moment. Uh-huh. It's no, see, if somebody is angry with you, is she not supposed to like say, okay, oh, let's talk about it? But she not do any of that. She just stay as if, oh, I should not talk to her again. I say, okay, talk, make I stay in my corner. It's not like I blocked her. I didn't block her. My phone is open. Eh, but yeah. No. If it's the apology stuff, no. Because so that means before you can even make amends, you are not fair of us seeing eye to eye. If we're not going to be seeing eye to eye, what's the point? Because another thing will come up, we'll still argue again. But like, you get that kind of thing. You're still going to argue again.